How's everybody doing today? This is TheStormPow, and this is a post-commentary series that I got an idea for on Twitter, and basically someone had tweeted me saying that they wanted me to do sort of a Through the Years series where I talk about my school life up until this point. Now, I am a junior in high school, which means that I am in the 11th grade. I am about halfway through that year. I have done one of my 2 semesters right now, so I'll be able to talk about things up until that point, and in a few months when my junior year is done, I'm sure I'll make a video about my junior year. But for right now, this one video is going to be about my elementary / grade school, that sort of thing, because I don't think that enough happened in each of those individual years for me to make one video on each year. But so I'm going to be talking about kindergarten through 5th grade for me, and then I might make one video on middle school, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th, or I may make an individual one for each grade. I'll have to remember everything that happened, and if I think I can think of enough significant stuff for each year, then, I'll do that. It'll just all depend, but you guys will see what happens. There will definitely be individual videos for each high school year, though. But without further ado, for kindergarten through 5th grade, I know in kindergarten I met some people that I am still friends with right now. 2 of my best friends in the entire world, Wyatt and Jesse, I met them in kindergarten, and I remember going to Wyatt's 6th birthday in kindergarten, which was cool. Wyatt was probably like the first friend I ever made, and he and I are still really, really, really close now. Like, he's definitely in my top 5 best friends of all time, even still today. So is Jesse, I would say. I've met a lot of other people that I'm still friends with, not quite as close as Wyatt and Jesse, but, I've still got a decent number of friends that I still talk to that were in my kindergarten class, which I think is pretty crazy that you can know someone for over 10 years and, like any of us could have grown up to be total douches that hated the others, which that kind of happened with a few people that we kind of hung around with in kindergarten and all that stuff. But, any of us could have grown up to be total douches, but just the fact that we've been, really, really close best friends for over 10 years, it's really amazing, and I love being able to tell that to people. 1st grade, not a lot happened, but I shit myself a lot. That's all I know how to say. Not a lot happened in 1st grade. Same with 2nd grade. I'm trying to think if anything else really happened in 2nd grade. No. 3rd grade, I had a total bitch of a teacher, and I really hated her. And 3rd grade was when I started to get really creative, I remember. I started to like to write stories, and I even made comics. 3rd grade was about the time that I was getting into Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I really liked storytelling, and 3rd grade was where I really kind of started to notice some creative outlets in me. 3rd grade, I was incredibly socially awkward now that I look back at things. It wasn't that I was shy or anything, it's just that the things that I said were so stupid and retarded and just, like, I was very, very awkward in elementary school. I mean, I'm not the smoothest motherfucker around now, but still, when I think about some of the stuff that I said and did, like, I'm trying to think of some specific examples, but it's kind of hard to say. It's just, I was a little too open about my nerdiness in 3rd grade, and I didn't understand that as I got older, you couldn't do that, and I'm glad I figured it out when I did. But 3rd grade, I was still kind of in the cooties phase of everything. I still didn't really like girls that much, but 3rd grade was, I had spiky hair at that point. Like, I used to put mousse in my hair every morning, and I would have my hair spiked up, and I was a chubby little motherfucker, so I had big cheeks, and I was pretty cute, though. But 3rd grade was when, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a ladies' man in 3rd grade, but again, I didn't really like girls. It's just that they liked me in 3rd grade, and it was kind of weird. There was one girl in particular named Alicia, and you guys will hear about her a little bit more in high school, because that's kind of one thing about this series, is things are going to intertwine a lot, but you guys will hear a little bit more about Alicia in the high school video. But anyway, she had a huge crush on me 3rd grade. Like, she moved to the school, and within a day, she was like head over heels for me, because I think the teacher sat her next to me or something, and we talked a little bit, and she thought I was just the cutest little thing ever. And I remember specifically the class lining up at the end of the door to leave at the end of the day, and everyone was singing Darren and Alicia sitting in a tree, all that stuff, just that elementary school bullshit, all of that. And I kind of liked her, I'm not gonna lie. I remember I remember thinking like, wow, she is like really pretty, because she's a very pretty girl. She still is, you know, and I didn't know how to say it to her, even though I could have totally gotten. Like, I could have totally gotten her, you know, all I had to do was say, I like you back, and then we'd have a nice, cute little playground, elementary school relationship. But like I said, I was a little awkward, you know, and I had never dealt with that kind of stuff before, so I didn't know how to handle it. Long story short, I was a pussy and got friend zoned pretty soon, because she ended up just falling for some other guy within like a week or two. I mean, that's just how elementary school works. I'm sorry. Fourth and fifth grade are the only two grades left. Fourth grade, not a lot really happened, to be honest. I know fourth grade, I was still a little awkward, but I was getting out of it. I think I started to become a little bit more shy around fourth grade, just a little bit. I'm trying to think. I feel like something pretty big happened, but I really don't think it did. Fifth grade, though. Oh, wait, no. I do know in fourth grade. Yeah, it was fourth grade. I'm pretty sure. Fourth grade, yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. Fourth grade, we had a Christmas play, and I want to say that I mentioned this in an episode of Storm's Soapbox, the only episode I've ever done of that so far, where someone asked my most embarrassing moment. And we had a Christmas play, which a lot of elementary schools do. You know, that's normal. Have a cute little Christmas play for parents to watch. And I had gotten the role of Santa Claus, which was, of course, the lead male role in it. And that was my first dipping into acting. And I really don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. They just told us one day during recess to go in there and have an audition. And I was like, cool, I'll do that. And I apparently got the part. And what they didn't tell me I was going to have to do until after I got the part, was that I'd have to do this incredibly flamboyant dance during one of the songs. And I mean, it was just, I was waving my hands around. I was doing jazz fingers and just everything. It's probably on video somewhere. I would convert it to DVD or some shit and put it on YouTube for you guys to see, but honestly, I feel like it's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, because not just because of the dance, but what happened at one point, this costume was ghetto as shit, okay? And what happened is my belt on the costume fell down, and midway through the song, I had never dealt with a stage problem or a wardrobe malfunction. I was an inexperienced little 9-year-old, and they never told me how to deal with this. So, nowadays, now that I know a little bit more about acting and theater and stuff, I know way better than this, but I kneeled down in the middle of the dance to pick up my belt, and as I bent down to pick up the belt, then my hat fell off, and so did my wig. So then as soon as I lifted myself up and realized that I saw both of those on the ground, I had to lean down, pick those back up, put them back on, and pick back up on the dance. I mean, everyone ate it up, thought it was the most adorable thing in the world, but on the inside, I was about to fucking kill myself right then and there, because that was so embarrassing. Doing that dance in the first place in front of the entire student body and parents and all that stuff. And then that happens. And yeah. And then I had to do it a second time, and pretty much the same thing happened, but not quite as bad. But, yeah, because we did 2 performances, but that was insane. And that was my fourth grade year. And then fifth grade, last for this video. Fifth grade, what exactly happened then? Not a whole lot that I really remember. I know, I still hung around Wyatt and Jesse a lot. I was really kind of, I don't know, I didn't know what I was doing with myself a whole lot in fifth grade. I was a huge fan of The Simpsons, and fifth grade was when, or the summer between my fifth and sixth grade is when The Simpsons movie came out. And, it was just, that was kind of my thing, is I really liked being able to give myself something special, to where, like, people would see Darren and be like, yeah, he's that Simpsons guy. Now, of course, that's not all they remembered me for. It was just, that was something unique about me, and I really liked standing out in fifth grade. I don't know exactly what was up with that. In one sense, I was, like, mega shy, and I, like, couldn't talk to people barely at all. But in another sense, I wanted to stand out, like, a lot. I really wanted to be someone different, and I really kind of tried to meet other people and make some new friends, because Wyatt and Jesse and most of my friends that I had were not in my class at that time, so I really did have to socialize, make a new few friends, and a few of which that I still hang out with now because of fifth grade. And slowly but surely, I would say in fifth grade, I kind of changed a little bit of my social aspect, and I will touch on that a little bit more in middle school, because I think that's where I changed the most socially. And yeah, so you guys can be sure to look forward to that stuff in the middle school videos. I'll have to see how that'll do, and definitely in high school, as things will definitely be picking up. I hope you guys enjoy this series. If you do kind of like this idea, then be sure to show the series some support, so that way I will know you guys want to see some more of this soon. And yeah, for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!